I decided to triple captain Bamford. How did that go for you, Bacon Boy?
If Bamford could go and score a goal, then I will actually cream myself.
Hey, yeah, boy! Absolutely sexy stuff, yes. But now it's time for the Gameweek 26 double Gameweek 26 preview. But first, the Gameweek 25 review. With the Gameweek average points being around 55. Ooh, light work really, lads, isn't it? Easy. But my team are the best team at getting a whopping, a gigantic, a massive 94 points. Hey, amazing stuff there. As my rank has definitely gone up just a little bit, you know. With my old rank, my dirty, disgusting overall rank was at 109k, but my new, shiny, premium boy rank has rose all the way up, and for the first time, into the top 100k, hey, as I am now 66,000th in the entire world. Wow. Now that is a climb, right? Miley Cyrus would be proud of that. The big climb. And you know what? I'm a very happy chappy myself as we keep on getting closer to that #1 spot in the world, right? It can still happen, right? Maybe one day. But my triple captain Bamford team and the games finished like this. Where was the triple captainship wasted and chucked in the bin? Or was it a proper great success? Where after Leeds' first game where they lost 1-0 to the Barking Wolves, it really looked like an absolute disaster, didn't it? With my triple Leeds literally getting like no points. But thankfully it was big BBC good news from there on out. With first a triple captain Bamford goal, then also a defender goal for Dallas, and then also even a goal for Rafinha as well. Oh, and as well as the clean sheet and all the bonus points were hey! Meaning my Leeds boys scored 53 points just between them, and pretty much all of that just against Southampton. Now that is pretty good. And now, yeah, you might want a little bit more from your triple captain, but it's definitely not the worst, and I'll definitely take it. So fair play to you Leeds lads, thank you very much. But then the not so daddyings didn't get me all the points in this little bit of a double here. As even though he had a double, he didn't start one of those games, which was against Leeds, meaning he only got 3 points. And what's even worse than that is that I transferred out Antonio to get him in when Antonio ended up getting 7 points. Now that is, I like it. But then the other fellas in my team that didn't have a double also did bits as well. Hey, cheers lads. Where I decided to go for a Nick Pope in goals over a Martinez, which were, hey, finally worked out in my favour after like 4 different attempts, right? When Martinez kept outscoring him, but finally he didn't, hey? Then we had the triple City getting the double clean sheets in defence. But unfortunately nothing for the Gundergoat, but it's all good because he's saving the Gunder goals for this week in the double, right? Hey? But Cancelo was actually a Cancel no after he missed a very clear one-on-one chance and really should have scored, which would have surely got him all the bonus as well. Like, Zhao, have you missed that, lad? You really should have scored. But you know what? I'll take all of their points anyway. Man City are just so consistently good, aren't they? Fair play to them. Then Bruno was yet again another Bruno, as even though I have him and he keeps on scoring all of the points, so many people have him, every time he scores points, it actually sucker punches in my rank, as so many people are captaining him. And it's just happening every week right now. It really feels like we need to permanently captain Bruno from now on. Like, what is going on? But you know what? It's extra points in my team, so it's all Gucci, it's all good. Then we finished off the game week with the blankers in my team. And actually, the ones that blanked were almost the most expensive players in my team. Okay then. With the no point Salah and what are you doing Son? Both Spursy and Liverpool being proper wibbly wobbly right now. So not really any shock with no returns from them. But like, come on boys, you really need to put the work in to get something for me, please. Otherwise, you're up to the door. But that is how the mini double game week 25 finished. With my rank and my points shooting me all the way up. All the way up where, lads? All the way up to the moon! After what I would say is a pretty damn very successful week there, where it could have been more, we could have had more triple captain points, but a goal is a goal, points are points, and it is all very good in the hood, yeah. But now, I guess we could look at, you know, the slightly bigger double this time. As we move on to the double Game Week 26 preview, where my team is currently looking like this. But some fellas right here are about to have their jaws spun and are just about to get chucked in the bin and out of my team. But who will those lads be? We're out of all the fixtures below me, if you can actually see them. You might need to get your binoculars out to look at them because, you know, there's so many games going on there to make them really small, you know. But the teams I would want to really jump on for the double and maybe looking at further on as well are actually Everton and maybe even Fulham. Ooh. So I'm going to reveal straight away, get straight into it, boys, that the 2 players that I'm very, very likely to be bringing in this week are Dominic Calvert-Lewandowski and Ola Aina. I definitely didn't think I'd be saying that like a week or 2 ago, you know. But to fit these fellas in, I do have to chuck away a forward and a defender. So who am I going to choose? Where James Justin has been, you know, the injured water boy in my team recently, just chilling on the bench, still injured. So that is a pretty easy decision there. He can go. And then looking at my forwards, you know, I don't want to get rid of Watkins, who has a double this week. So it's either a Bamford or Ings. Where none of them double this week, but Ings doubles next week. But then also Bamford plays in game week 29. So I'm either going to have to get rid of a player that has a double soon or one that actually plays when like no one else does. Who do I go for? But with how poor Southampton have been doing recently, literally playing like absolute wet wipes right now, aren't they? I feel like the Danny Ings man, the daddy man, is going to have to go. Sorry lad, you weren't enough daddy for me this time, so you're going to have to go out of my team. Meaning he is very likely to go. So that would be it. James Justin out for Inner and Daddy Ings out for Calvert-Lewin to make the team look like this. So that would mean we could have 10 doublers starting here, covering all of the sexy doubling fixtures, but also quite damn prepared for that blank game week 29 as well, where with my current setup, I will already have at least 6 players playing in that blank, where I can use the next few weeks to prepare for that even more. So all of that is great stuff, and we're ready to go. So not confirmed, but these are very likely to be my moves for this week, for a -4. That's right, a -4 point hit, ready to attack this double, but also be prepared for that blank as well. But I won't lie to you, I will be spitting facts when I say I'm actually very, very tempted to potentially take another hit, which could involve me getting Harvey Barnes as well. But unfortunately, my only easy way to do that would actually be to take out Rafinha for him. But if I was to do that, that would actually only be for 1 extra fixture this week, where I'm actually losing a fixture later on. As you know, Rafinha is a Game Week 29 player that I will be getting back in soon anyway. So it doesn't make sense to get him out for it when I'm just going to get him back in for potentially another hit all for free later on, you know. So unfortunately, I can't quite jump on that Harvey Barnes train, lads. Sorry, it's the parting without Nathan Bacon this time. But hopefully at some point this season, we will get back on it. Maybe even next week, you know. So for now, this is how the team is looking. This is how I'm looking. Am I looking good? All right. And this is how the team is set up ready for this week. So now I'm going to give my own little quick preview predictions for all the players and all the games. Finishing off with the captaincy shout for this week. With this one, it's a proper tough cookie, isn't it? Like, honestly, who are we all going to go for? It's going to be a mad one this week. But we start here with the goalkeeper. And I guess his teammate as well, as you know, Ollie Watkins fancies having a stroll in that Villa team as well sometimes. As we first look at Villa, who play Leeds away and Sheffield United in this double. 2 away games, I like it. Now, I could go full balls out here and, you know, bench Bamford and bring in that Harvey Barnes if I really think Villa are going to smash Leeds and I don't want to play any Leeds players. But I don't actually think that'll be the case. And I do actually think Leeds will actually smash them right here. And, you know, Bamford got a hat-trick last time out, so I'm not too confident for Villa in that game. But good thing their next game is against literally the worst team in the league, Sheffield United. So that's all good for me. And I feel like all of the points incoming, surely a clean sheet there, and hopefully another goal for the Oliver Watkins man there. But is it actually possible for him to score without Grealish? We'll find out soon. But next is the double trouble defence, the double act of Cancelo and Stones. Now, I'm not sure if I'm confident that either of them will start both games at all, you know. And I guess that does depend on how they line up in the Champions League, which is actually later today. But, you know, I ain't no fortune teller. I am got my magic crystal ball, so I can't find that out, and I'm not quite in the future, you know. So I'm not sure how it's going to go. But right now, I would probably say that they'll probably both play at least 1 game each in the double. And I don't really mind if that's the same game because, you know, clean sheets guaranteed in both of them anyway. But, you know, the fixtures don't look amazing for a clean sheet, but then you realise Man City's defence is way too good. How is it that good? Okay, then. Could it be worth it to take another hit to get Diaz in, just so I'm guaranteed that he'll play in the double? Because if one of them doesn't play and they get a clean sheet in both, then that's the points added up then. But then he'll also play the next double as well, hopefully both the fixtures. Maybe baby we'll do that. Maybe we will, baby. But as well as them, we also have the Gundo Goat man, the Gundo Gun, who is hopefully going to be shooting all the time with his Gundo Gun and getting the Gundo goals. Is he Gundo do it? I Gundo hope so. Where the question about him and rotation is also, you know, being chucked up in there, where hopefully we will see him at least play in both games and, you know, he can get a goal off the bench anyway. But if he does start in both the games, then all of the goals incoming. That would be fantastic. Go and do it, lad. Then potentially our new boy signing will be next, who is Ola Ina, where he has looked like a proper attacking defender recently, hasn't he? Getting himself a goal and an assist recently, and a few clean sheets sprinkled in there as well. Well, you know what? I actually really fancy Fulham, not in that way, but I really fancy Fulham to do absolute bits this week. Playing Palace, who they'll definitely beat if they're performing as bad as they have been. I don't think they'll beat them, but I do think they could really frustrate them and even hold them to like a 0-0 there. Where I myself don't have Kane, and you might be thinking I'm only saying that because I haven't got Kane, right? But I've actually chose to get Calvert-Lewin over Kane where I can actually afford him. And out of Calvert-Lewin and Kane, I would generally rather Calvert-Lewin with their fixtures. Yes, I said that. Will I regret saying that? Will that bite me back on my backside? Probably. But I don't care because all of the points ain't coming for me anyway. As you know what, Ina is going to aid me here in all of the points, not just in this double, but also that blank later on down the line as well. The Mo Salah man is still in my team, but if it weren't for those very sexy upcoming fixtures, he might have already been chucked in the bin right now. Where to be fair, one of his double fixtures is a hard week, playing Chelsea, so not the greatest there, and probably the only reason I wouldn't captain him. But then again, his other game was against Sheffield United. All of the points incoming from him there. Well, hopefully, Liverpool can finally get back to scoring and winning ways, right? I only want that to be the case for the FPL points, you know? And if it's not, then I guess it's just, I like it. Then Bruno, he just keeps on scoring, doesn't he? He's an absolute madman. How does he keep this up, like? But maybe he won't be able to keep it up in this double, where he plays against Chelsea away, which, you know, is a tough one. And then also Palace, which looks easy on paper, but they're actually quite a bogeys team for United, mind. And sometimes they do struggle against them, like they did earlier on in the season, where they lost 3-1 in their first game of the season. Remember that? That felt like years ago, right? So I'm not too sure of the Bruno captain, but he definitely won't be leaving my team, because when he's scoring that much points, he can't leave your team ever, can he? Then we have Go On My Son, who has actually been quite a bit disappointing recently, isn't he? Where I definitely don't trust him with a captaincy with those potentially tough fixtures. Where, yeah, I won't be too surprised if Spurs just edge one or two of them here. But I honestly see only like one goal max from them in both of these games, to be honest. I don't think they're going to score that many at all. So for me, it's a no for Kane, but I can see why a lot of you would want to go for him, because in terms of the fixture on paper, it looks better. But honestly, myself, I think just Son is enough. If I didn't have Son, then I would get Kane in, but just one of them is enough for me. I don't want to double up on them. Then we have the Calvert-Lewin Gorski, the second transfer for us in this week, so I guess technically the hit, right? Where the first team he plays is against a player that I took out for a hit to play against him. So taking out a player for a hit to get in a player, playing against each other, you know what one's going to score. The one you just took out, right? Because that's FPL. I like it. But worst case scenario, even if that happens, Calvert-Lewin also plays West Brom in his second game, where all of the goals are surely incoming for him there. Where, let me remind you, last time out he did well get a hat-trick as well. So you know what? Arguably, in terms of the defences he's versing, potentially the best double out of anyone. And potentially the best to get all of the goals, to get the most points, and potentially captain, right? We'll get into that. And you know, Everton have just come back from the high of winning against Liverpool. Surely they can use that to their advantage and actually start being consistent again, right? Let's hope so. But then finishing it off and finishing my team here with probably Bamford. Now the reason I say probably is because I gotta decide if I want to start him or Rafinha, or even a Dallas instead. But one of them will be in my team, where I can actually see them do an absolute number over the Villa myself. But for now, I have decided to start the Bamford just for those penalties, you know, and the fact that he scored a hat-trick against them last time out as well. And that is why he just edges it for me, and that is why he is here to end my team for this week. So that is how the team is set up for this week, and the preview predictions done so. But finally, we need to decide on the captain Dino, the captain shout for this week. Where out of all of these guys here, the only ones I'm truly considering for captain would be a Bruno, a Gundogan, or a Calvert-Lewin. Where I could actually see a goalless game or two for Bruno, so I'm not too sure of that one. I could see Gundogan potentially missing one of those games, because, you know, the rotation risk, they don't want to risk their best players right now, you know, with Champions League and all that. So I'm not sure I want to go for that. Or I could go for the one that I actually think has the best fixture, guaranteed to play both if he's definitely fit. As you know, no Europa League games or Cup games either. And also the one that I generally think could potentially get the most returns that week. And that, my friends, is the one and only Calvert-Lewin Golski. That's right, I might actually captain Calvert-Lewin over a Bruno, a Salah, a Son, a Kane, any of the other ones. I think I might actually go for Calvert-Lewin. If it works out, all of the advantage me. When it doesn't, Unlucky. So that is it, confirmed, and he will be my captain if I bring him in. Because again, remember, I haven't confirmed my transfers yet, but they are very likely to happen unless some other injuries pop up. So that is all for the massive double Gameweek26 preview, where I will be doing another live Q&A, probably on Friday, to answer all of your questions, have a bit of a chinwag with you. We have some fun, we just chill out, all on the live stream, and I can answer any last minute decisions you may have. And I will also probably be doing another couple of live FPL watch-alongs as well, where I'll definitely be watching the games where I have a captain in, but I might also do a few other games in this game week, just because, you know, it's a bigger double game week, so why not? But that is all for today, so thanks for watching, and remember...
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.